give you, though, cost flow assumptions. This one's asking you to determine the cost assigned to ending inventory. Yeah. Purchases. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's telling you what the ending inventory is.
But in this one, when I calculate, it gives me the 240 to 75 that price, but it doesn't give me the cost per unit. In the second, in the spreadsheet, in the second part.
Well, let's work it out then. Okay, how about that? I'm all game for this. Let's change some of this information. We've got, let me zero it out first and then go through here. So I'm just gonna hand key in some of the stuff so that I don't have to recreate everything.
The price on the second, on that part, it doesn't give me this price, so I just assume that it's same price as the problem is given. Is that correct?
I don't know. I mean, let me get all set up. I think that's it. Okay, so everything's done. So determine the cost assigned to ending inventory and to cost of goods sold for the following. Which method? Yeah, so you're going to have to go through here. We're going to ignore the dates and we're just going to put them in order. So 210 at 2.4. You got another purchase of 460 at 2.75. Got another purchase of 1100 at 2.9. You got another purchase of 980 at what? 3.2. We're going to copy this, and we're going to copy this. We're just going to insert above. And we're going to have one more purchase of 360 at 340. Okay, so we should have same numbers here, right? We already have the weighted average calculated.
But it's different, the numbers.
What numbers are different?
I have, right? Yeah, because I have for January 1st, the beginning inventory 300 units, and you have 210. It's the same exercise. It is.
I have all the same numbers here because I'm calculating the same. The difference is the company uses periodic inventory system and it's ending inventory. So it's giving you a full year. It's doing a periodic on an annual basis.
No, I mean that the exercise is the same, just the numbers are different.
Yeah, exactly. The extras. Oh, your numbers are different.
Yes, it's yes, your numbers are different. Yeah, because I have 300 units, 640, 1280, and you have 210, 460.
Yeah, the numbers will be different, but let me just make sure the approach is right so that you understand how I come up with the number, and then you can just make sure that if you walk through the same, you'll get a similar result with your numbers. Okay, so now with this, it's saying that there's what is it saying? That there's ending inventory consists of 330 units. Okay, well, 110 from each of the last three purchases. So effectively, let's go over here, inventory out, ending inventory. I do a lot of shorthand, so it should be 330, 110 from each of the last three purchases, I think, right? That's what it says. Okay, so let me, with that information, it says determine the cost assigned to ending inventory and the cost of goods sold. I don't think it matters how we do this. It's just saying this is what's at the end. And it's saying it's from the last three. So because of that, I'm going to take a stab on just making the assumption. Okay, so the ending numbers are, there should be 110 from these last three. So units inventory out is going to be 250 on this one. It's going to be 870 on this one.
Aiden, stop.
And it's going to be
Just cut it out.
90. Well, let's
In
just
the
do
last
this.
three.
It was 1100 minus 110.
Both guys are going to bed if you keep it up.
Okay. I think I have somebody else on the line. Yeah, it's probably just needs to be muted.
Hey, baby, $1.
Oh, okay.
I think that it was me.
Yeah, okay. So these are down to 110 where they should be. This one's going to be the full 460, and this one's going to be the full 210. So this is what we have in ending inventory.
Okay.
Okay. Right here, 1045 based on these numbers. And this should be the cost of goods sold based on these numbers, given this information. Now, if I go back, I don't think they asked me for any sales, right? They just asked for ending inventory and cost of goods sold. So with that, I should purchase. When did it tell me that there was a sale? Because the only numbers I have here that are the same is this first one, specific identification, right? So where do I find out the sales? The company reported the current data, all these purchases. Oh, okay. Sorry. Now I get it. My bad. All right. So I figured out the specific identification one for you. Okay. Now I understand what they're trying to do here. So with the rest of this, okay, so this is let's go down here. Let's do the same thing with this. Let's copy it, paste it. We'll do specific, right? And we'll also do one for average. Okay, now I understand. And let's just make sure that these are going to the sales number, which is going to be right. They didn't ask for any sales numbers, did they? No.
No.
So we're going to ignore sales. Just ignore sales for now. We'll ignore sales. So this was specific identification because we knew that 110 from each of the last 3 purchases, right? So everything else has been specifically drawn down. Now we also know without, it was nice to do this one first because now we know the total amount that was sold, right? So let's just put that down here, 2780. We can zero this out. Now we're going to do FIFO, okay? First in, first out. So what we're going to have to do is zero out these numbers going from top to bottom until we hit 2780. In fact, let me just put, since I want the numbers to match here, let's just say that 2780 was sold. There we go. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. So if I put 210 here, oops, 210 here, that zeroes that out. 460 here, that zeroes that out. Why is that not calculating? I must have deleted it on accident. There we go. Okay, this one I want to zero that out. And this one I want to zero out. And all I'm left with is 30. So I can just take that to 30. So now this is my first in, first out approach. With that, my cost of goods sold is 81.97 and my ending inventory is 1122. Yeah, you follow that one? Now, if I do my first in, first out, I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. So same deal, 360 on this one, zero that one out. 980 on this, zero that out. 1100, zero that out. And now I only have 340 of the 460 left. So I can put 340 here. right? So now I'm matching what was sold. This is what's left over. I have in my LIFO 834 in COGS. Oh, excuse me, wrong one. 84.85 in COGS and 834 in ending inventory. We already did the specific, but I didn't keep the numbers. We'll just ignore that since we already knew that we got that right. I just didn't write it down. So now the average is going to be this number times the 2780 is your COGS. So equals 2780 times your weighted average. Come up with that, and your ending inventory is going to be your total inventory amount minus your cost of goods sold. So that's what ending inventory is going to be. And just for grins, because I want to make sure I got this right. Okay, so specific is cost of goods is 8614 and ending is 705. Okay, now let's double check our work. Okay, specific is ending inventory. Did I get that wrong? I had it right before. I must have messed up. Oh, I'm entered off. Okay, where did I get that wrong? 250. There we go. 80. Sorry. Let me just look at this specific COGS. 8274 and 1045. Okay, now we should be right. The way we did it originally. Okay, there we go. 1045 is ending inventory. 8274 is COGS for specific. On weighted average, 988.83, and cost of goods is 8330.17. FIFO, where are you? Right here. Ending is 1122 and COGS is 8197, and LIFO 834 and 84.85. Okay, so follow that same template to work through it. You're just doing it with different
just give it a number. And